Hi, I'm Tycho Brakel. I'm fighting at welterweight 77 kilos and I'm fighting out of Ruthless Fight Company. So I was like 15 or 16 years old when I started with kickboxing. It was like a TV show, The Ultimate Fighter. There was like Kimbo Slice in it, Roy Nelson. I didn't know MMA existed, you know? It was like very new to me. I was like, what the fuck? You can punch on the ground, you can wrestle, submit somebody. I was like, it's a great sport. I was looking on Google if there was an MMA gym nearby, but I couldn't find anything. I was training with a friend of mine in his backyard. We did some wrestling together, like ground and pound and shit like that, but we were very bad at it, you know? Then Melvin Manhoef opened his gym in Hoofddorp, the place where I live, by the way. I saw that he was teaching MMA, so I was like, what the fuck, this is like perfect for me. 16 or 17, I started with MMA. A year later, I had my fight. Melvin told me I had a lot of talent, I was very good, and I liked it, I loved it a lot. And that's when the journey began, till this day.
So I go for the takedown, we make takedown defense. Yes, heavy hit, position, round and pound. Let's go.
The MMA coach over there was Stefan Lems. Yeah, he guided me to every amateur fight I had, and we had a very good connection. He opened his own gym in Rotterdam, Ruthless Fight Company. It's important as a fighter, you need to have a very good coach behind you to support you, to help you with everything, because you cannot make it alone in this fight game. I was like, fuck it. Netherlands is small, I'm just gonna travel to Rotterdam. When I didn't have a car, I went every day with the train. Morning, evening, sometimes 2 times a day. Sometimes I slept in the gym also to train in the evening. It's all worth it, you know, because I feel good here, it's my home. I'm never gonna leave. When I back in the younger days, when I was a small kid, you know, I was like a skinny fuck, skinny guy. Everybody picked on me, like he's the skinny kid, let's bully him, you know. I think that's also like a bit of a drive for me. Every fighter has a story. Same for me, like I was bullied back in the days. When you see me, when I was like 14 maybe, and when you see me now, there's like a huge difference. You would even recognize me, you know. I would even recognize that kid. I was a little insecure, little skinny guy, you know. But look at me now, man. I never gave up, I kept on training, and here I am. Training at Mike's gym, I did kickboxing over there. Mike told me, you want to fight like the day after tomorrow, you know? So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm always fight ready. But he didn't tell me how big the show was. The famous actor Idris Elba, he did a kickboxing fight, and it was on his event. And I was fighting against a very high-level glory kickboxer. I lost a split decision, but I almost knocked the guy out. But the event was so big, there were a lot of famous actors. I was in the ring, and I was looking around me. I was like, who the fuck are all these people? How did I get up here, you know? And then I made eye contact with Madonna. I was like, oh shit, maybe I can pick on her also. No, but Michael Van Page, you know, the famous fighter, he came up to me, he praised my fighting style. He was like, man, you're a great fighter, I wish you all the best. And it was a very special moment for me, you know. So my opponent who I'm gonna fight against is Yared Fissaha-Tsion, if I'm saying his name correctly. I know the guy. We are training partners, I know him personally, and we train a lot. At first, I didn't want to accept the fight because we know each other, and I cannot have a hate feeling against the guy. But it's the fight game, and the shit can happen. You know, look at Kamaru Usman against Gilbert Burns. It's part of the game, you know. He's a very good kickboxer. I'm also a very good kickboxer. My fighting IQ, my fight technique are a bit more higher than his, you know. He's more of like a brawler, like a big guy, muscle, like he wants to fuck you up. But I'm more like a sniper, like a technical fighter. So I think it's a very good matchup also. It's a good idea that we both agreed on this fight. It's gonna be a lot of fireworks, for sure. Normally when I touch him, I didn't go 100%, but now I can go 100%. But he can also hit me now 100%, so I know what he's capable of, but he knows also what I'm capable of. This fight is going to be better because we know each other. My punches are harder, my kicks are harder, my knees are harder. My conditioning is also better for sure. I think I'm a much better fighter than him. 9th of July, Yared. Prepare for war. I hope you come prepared because you're gonna throw them fist. And the first one who's gonna shoot for a takedown is a little bitch. Woos. Hi, I'm LFL fighter Tycho Brakel. Watch me fight live at LFL 9 on July 9th, only on Fireplay.